And here he is, the winner of the World Championships, the winner of GSL Season 4, the goer downer to Code A last season. It is...
I am MVP.
I'm MVP. What are you doing here, I'm MVP? This is Code A. There he is. Looks pretty focused. You can be sure that he does not want to get eliminated from GSL.
Yeah, I asked Artosis. Oh, never mind. I heard a sound. I thought it was something
Don't worry,
going
it's just
on.
a pylon.
It was just a pylon.
It's just a pylon.
Sorry about that.
You wake up in the middle of the night. What was that? It's just a pylon. Morphing in somewhere.
Yeah.
Long look at MVP.
MVP.
What is that? Oh, it's a trophy. Okay. All right.
I was talking to Artosis, and I thought that MVP probably had the best.
Oh, hold that thought. We got to talk about this blue Protoss player, the X Factor. He is known as the one, the only
MVP Duo.
There we go. MVP Lure. Now, I've seen his name spelled a couple different times, or a couple different ways. There he is. He's pretty young, too. He is only 16 years old. Another one of our younger players in the GSL. But going back to what you were talking about.
Yeah, Artosis and I have agreed, basically, is the point here, that MVP probably has the best mechanics in StarCraft 2. Definitely the best mechanics of any Terran player. Having come from Brood War, actually. Brood War requiring a little bit higher, well, maybe a little bit, more than a little bit. Brood War requiring very, very good mechanics.
Okay.
And MVP was actually at the top of his game, you know, one of the top players in Brood War when he quit to come to StarCraft 2. So MVP kind of seeing where the most potential was and switching over a lot earlier, coming over with absolutely beautiful micro and macro and multitasking ability to StarCraft 2.
Yeah, certainly a beast in StarCraft 2, and a force to be reckoned with. I mean, wow. I mean, what bad things can you really say about MVP other than that he had some bad games in the up and down matches, and he ended up in Code A? I mean, even the best players, even the tip-top players do sometimes have, you know, a couple off days. And in GSL, it's so competitive that even 1 or 2 off days is enough to get you from the tip-top, get you from winning the finals the season before to down in Code A. So
yeah, and we already have, you know, if you've been watching Code S, we already have some very strong players in the up and down matches already this season.
SCV lurking about there. That's his name. Oh, that you remember that cheerful we just saw? That's the picture that it was based on.
All right.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Amazing. So, MVP possibly thinking of proxying something up there.
Now, as I was saying, MVP, he hasn't been playing that well against Protoss lately. He actually got knocked out of Code S last season by... just going to check it out. Realize it's not a party he wants to attend and is going to leave the vicinity. MVP got knocked out of Code S by Jelizerg, 0-2 to Jelizerg. But then in the up and down matches, Alicia and Genius both beat him in best of threes. And he was actually recently beaten by a French Protoss named Adele Scott in the TSL.
Right, that's
so he's been losing to a lot of Protosses, but so I was kind of worried about him, but then I realized he actually beat Son, a very powerful Protoss, in the World Championship. So hopefully we're seeing a comeback here for MVP. Hopefully for him, I guess.
Yeah,
Lure's
we'll
probably not
find out. Certainly, I mean, the great thing about Code A is that there's almost the most drama in Code A because you've got things like this. Oh, speaking of drama, that stalker might change his Facebook status to "very sad that I died today," but looks like he's going to get away. Oh, being very cavalier there. The shields are gone. Those two stalkers need to make a run for it. MVP not really pulling any punches this game, moving out with a pretty early group of Marines. Need to be careful with that.
Need to take a better path. He's targeting down the injured stalker every time.
I love it.
Finally, Lure moves the healthy stalker back, but that one is so low on health. He's got 5 hit points left. He gets one more shot. He's going to kill the stalker. Is he going to get it?
Stalker.
Ah, just one more hit. How is that stalker still alive?
It's fast. 4 legs equals faster.
All right. Wow, stalker gets away.
All right, so more Marines coming up from MVP, and MVP maybe taking some lessons from his rival Marine King Prime, possibly. Look out for the lava! Oh, they can walk through it. Their suits can withstand lava, apparently.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So right now MVP just going very, very heavy with barracks, and they're actually Mass Marine can be very, very good against Protoss if your Marines don't get split by force fields. You can take map control, but then it's very tough to get into the base doing mass Marine. You have to be very careful. Soccer's coming out right now for Lure. And I don't know if they have enough Marines. We'll find out. Force field trapping a couple of the Marines early. Lure wanting to expand. And MVP needing to make a run for it. Now it's just looking like a Marine relay team.
Nice pressure by MVP. He took out that injured Stalker. Only rebuilt part of its shield. He's going to go for the other injured Stalker. And doesn't quite take it out. All the Marines going down. He's pumping out of 4 barracks right now, but having to put up a bunker at his front.
Yeah, getting stim, and whoa, a third base for Lure.
Whoa.
That
and
is
it's
aggressive.
actually going to get scouted immediately. I wonder if we're ever going to see a cancel on that, because that is something that you have to, it's hard to get away with.
Yeah, that's a good question, because he could cancel it, but at the same time, it's close enough. It's really not that far away. Oh, the Marine getting taken up by the sentries there. And you can warp in as well. So with Protoss, those faraway bases are a little bit safer than they can be with the other races too, just because of warp-ins.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna let him. I think we're gonna see him let it go, but we'll have to wait and find out.
You know what? I wonder if we're gonna see a timing attack by MVP, because he put a reactor and 2 more tech labs down. He's gonna have 1 reactor barracks, 3 tech lab barracks, and he's just gonna start putting out tons and tons of stuff. There's an engineering bay going down.
He's making a reactor for his starport as well. He's putting it together on the factory right now. So definitely planning on going Marine Marauder Medevac, which can work very well, especially against the Protoss that fast expands too early. Remember MC's matches in Code S just a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Go Nexus first, don't scout. Oops, I died to Bio.
Yeah, and it might be something similar here. This is kind of funny because MVP we've seen in the past win games by double expanding once he gets a little bit of a lead.
Yeah.
And here's the same thing, but I don't know if Lure's going to be able to get away with this. He's just started saturating that base, and so it's really not going to start paying for itself for another couple minutes. And in the meantime, combat shields is going to finish, concussive shells is going to be finished. He's going to have like 4 medevacs out. We might see MVP just go and destroy that 3rd base.
Yeah, now Lure's taking of the 3rd base was a little bit risky, but at the same time, I think he really did it because he said, well, MVP just has Marines right now. There's nothing he can do to me.
Yeah, that's true.
I might as well try to get this extra expansion going and see if I can get that lead.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It was actually a really smart move. It's a little risky, but it was definitely smart because he knew he had the advantage.
That SCV was pretty lucky. Wow. That Zealot, on the other hand, not very lucky. You know, the way the Zealots run with their like sword arms out in front, it's kind of like when you're a kid and your mom's like, don't run with scissors. Because if the Zealot falls on that, that's really dangerous, man.
That stock Zealots must be Weird Al fans. What? Oh, I like that. Stimming the Marauder forward to catch up to the Stalker, to concussive shell it, to slow it down so the rest of the army. That's so clever. Yeah,
that's something that you see very few Terrans do. Now, why is the Stalker a Weird Al fan? I gotta find out.
Running with Scissors is a Weird Al album.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's obscure. I get it, because I'm also a Weird Al fan, but...
MVP is apparently...
He's gonna drop.
Just gonna... Yeah, he's gonna do a drop here.
Drop.
In the back, a lot of Marines there. A few Stalkers there. I don't think they're quite gonna be enough to deal with this drop. He might lose the Stalkers as well. He's not running his probes, so he's losing them.
Great drop from MVP, taking down those Stalkers. He's gonna be able to micro against the Zealots as well. And the main attack at the 3rd.
Massive damage being done, and he's just gonna get out of there. MVP retreating his main force. And away from that Colossus wall, the drop still does tons of damage. He's gonna kill off 2 Nexuses at once. If he gets this Nexus down, the Colossus trying to power down the Zealots. Are they gonna get the Nexus? It's down to 80,
close.
60, 50, 40.
Whoa!
Oh, Nexus
not
lives
enough
with 49 points. Oh my gosh!
Did the other Nexus? No, the other Nexus.
The other Nexus got destroyed.
One. Okay, so he got one.
I really hope MVP goes back for that.
He might. We'll see.
Four Marauders in a medevac. Take him like 10.
MVP could have easily focused on that Colossus.
That's true. You know,
I think he was busy with his other army, but yeah, he could have killed that Colossus. For sure, could have killed that Nexus.
Now we do have a counterattack here. Actually, I think he knows he's in really bad shape. Lore's brought his probes along.
They brought minerals and they mean to use them. One Colossus goes down. Does MVP have enough? There's a lot of sentries in this army. Great force field preventing the Bio from getting his shots. Oh, but the Viking takes out the
GG
Colossus.
coming
There it
from
is.
Lure. Wow.
MVP taking a victory drink.
Wow,
Down to a
that
mellow
was
blue on his headset.
that was hardcore by Lure. Saying I think he knew how bad off he was. He knew that something was going to come in and kill that Nexus off.
A little bit disappointed.
I gotta
Yeah. So
going all in. I like the probes. Good touch there. He knew he didn't have enough zealots, so might as well have some probes to buffer for your
that's true.
Colossus, but not really. I mean, maybe if he had those stalkers he lost in the main or something along with that, he might have been able to do enough DPS to make more of an impact there, but
I don't know if I don't really know if Lure really needed to go all in right now or right then. He was certainly down by quite a bit, but at the same time, he still did have 2 bases. That Nexus did survive, so
yeah, the other path he could have taken would
Yeah.
be to maybe try and go down and snipe MVP's third.
Did he know about it?
Instead,
I don't know
he
if
might
ever
not have
found
known about it. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
A mystery for the ages. We'll watch the VODs.
Yeah,
We'll see. Then we have to
We'll
listen
see.
to ourselves talk, though. I hate
that's
that.
all right. Yeah, no, I don't like that too much either. But
well.
I don't. Well, actually, we won't necessarily be able to see his vision in the VODs. But
This is true.
anyway,
might know.
MVP is up 1-0.
Yeah, 1 game away
He's
from
been doing
winning.
not that good against Protoss lately, but we might see his comeback here. At the very least, he looks poised to keep his position in Code A, and we're going to get started with Game 2.